So thanks very much for allowing me to present today. As Kathleen said, I'm with the Healthy Age Friendly Homes programme, and I'm the local coordinator for Dublin City Council area. It's quite a snappy title, I know. Essentially, this is a new programme. It's Sláinte Care and Department of Health funded, and it's hosted by Age Friendly Ireland. It's a new programme which is aimed to support older adults to remain living in their own homes and communities. And it's a 2-year programme, and it'll be rolled out across 9 local authorities. As I said, it's Sláinte Care funded, and our aim is between the 9 local authorities that we would aim to visit 4,500 homes across the 9 local authorities over the 2 years. I suppose the target and the goal of the programme really is to support the older people that we will be visiting in the form of improving their living conditions, their access to continued health and social care supports, and tailored community as well, tailored community supports as well. So just listed here are the areas that were identified for the rollout of phase 1. You can see, I think the way they devised it was that each of the areas, the local authority areas, that they would have the integrated care pathway of the older person from Sláinte Care being rolled out as well in those areas. So I think that's how it was decided where the coordinators would start. So I suppose monitoring and evaluation is crucial in all we do now to kind of support our work and to hopefully see that we're meeting our targets, and that what we're doing is actually having a positive impact or not, as the case may be. So the monitoring of this programme is carried out by Maynooth, and we have academics there who will be doing a full evaluation on the process and capturing the impact of our process as well. They'll also be, with the participants' permission, they'll also be perhaps contacting some of them as well, and just to get their own opinion of the service we've provided and whether or not we've actually been of any practical use to them. So I suppose the key objectives of our programme is primarily to enable older people to continue living in their home if that's what they wish to do so, or indeed in a home more suited to their needs from a right-sizing perspective, to encourage people to live with a sense of independence and autonomy, to allow people to be to feel part of their communities as well, and also to hopefully support the avoidance of early or premature admission to long-term residential care. So there are no mean feats of the objectives. I suppose my role then is I hope to work in partnership with stakeholders like yourselves here and existing service providers. I'll be managing a caseload of referral. I'll be doing a home visit to everybody who's happy for us to visit, to everybody who's been referred into us, and I'll be performing a needs assessment, and then hopefully I'll coordinate and facilitate a plan of supports and signposting to existing services. And I think already we're seeing quite a big part of this will be gap analysis as well, and identifying any gaps in services, but also highlighting models of good practice, given that it is that that we have 9 sites nationally. So I suppose when I would receive a referral, people can self-refer, families can refer in, carers can refer, or any professionals can refer in. I'm happy to take any referral. We do have a referral form, but to be honest, that's not accessible to everybody perhaps. So I'm happy to receive either a phone call or an email. So long as I know that the participant themselves is happy for me to make contact with them, I'm happy enough on that basis. Generally, we're saying I suppose our ideal would be over 65, so that it would be, and that's how we're kind of defining our target participants. If the participant then is happy for me to pop out to see them, I'll be carrying out a needs assessment, which is quite detailed actually. We look kind of under 4 headings of the needs of the participant, be it housing, health and medical requirements, technology requirements, and community and social requirements. And I suppose continuing on then, following our needs assessment, then we would aim to kind of tap into existing resources that are already there, give information on what's available in the community, depending on the needs of the individual. We're providing information, signposting to supports, facilitating the processes. There might be a bit of form filling, or just trying to explain maybe how different systems or organizations are working. hopefully trying to implement a few of our actions, track the progress, and ultimately try and enable and empower older people using our service. We have an information brochure. I have hard copies if anybody would like some, or I can email out a printable version as well. So please feel free to give me a shout if I can give you any of the and my contact details are all on it. That is our referral form, which looks absolutely dreadful on the slide. It's not so bad in real life, but again, an email just with details and just consent that the person is happy for me to, I'm happy, or pick up the phone to me. I'll give all my contact details. So I suppose to date, referrals are starting to kind of come in. Word of mouth is certainly getting things out there, and already it's been like, our remit is so broad. We've had such a variety of referrals to come in. I've had one gentleman who the back of his house had completely collapsed. I got dangerous buildings to pop out immediately to see him. Another lady who had, in my opinion, quite significant cognitive impairment, living on her own, and her neighbour had heard of us and contacted us, living on her own, had never been seen by a gerontologist, had never been seen by a public health nurse, had never accessed any services, and they just didn't really know how to even start that process off, and hadn't seen her GP in 2 years. So I suppose it's just about trying to reach the people who need information. I suppose I could give a load of already. I can give quite a few examples of the type of people we're seeing, and it's really wide ranging, the people who can use this. I popped to see another lady who was hoping to get her adaptations done to her bathroom. She had the form completed, the occupational therapy report completed, and it has been under her couch for the last 18 months. And it was just that piece of trying to actually get it into the post box for her that she just really struggled with, so sometimes it's just a little bit of hand holding like that, form filling or whatever, so I think we're, as we go along, I think this program will hopefully evolve and will change and adapt to what people are actually needing in the community. We're happy to see people also in private accommodation as well, so we'll actually see anyone over the age of 65. As I said, then anyone can refer into us, and my contact details are there, and I'd welcome any questions or any discussion, or any further, if anyone wants any further explanation on anything.